Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is without question one of the worst video game films I've seen in quite some time. This movie is just as bad as the Paul Anderson films. If you're a fan of Resident Evil, stay far away from this movie because it is horrible to say the least. You know, when I saw the movie images to this film prior to the trailer's release, I knew this film was going to be a dumpster fire. Simply because when the director says it's for the fans, expect horrible results, as case of this film. Now, because this is a reboot, it has no ties whatsoever to the Paul Anderson movies. But you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because this film is awful. From the acting to the shitty screenplay to even the story, it is all atrocious. The characters in this film are an absolute joke, especially the guy that played Albert Wesker. Albert Wesker in this film is like, what if he went to college and never grew out that fat boy phrase? Yeah, that's him in this movie. There's even a scene in the film where as a prank, Albert Wesker is putting a ketchup bottle on Leon's head. I mean, what the hell is that? Albert Wesker in the video games was all about business, and he ain't play no damn jokes either. The actor they got for Leon, he's pretty horrible in this film. There's a point in the movie where he doesn't know how to handle a shotgun. I'm like, really? You are a rookie cop. All rookie cops should know how to fire a weapon. And then he even makes a remark like, I don't know how I became a police officer. Really? This is what we're going with, this horrible ass screenplay. You know, the only character that was somewhat decent was Claire Redfield, the actress that played her. I mean, I liked her character, but it's not enough to go upon to make this film work. They tried to cram Resident Evil 1 and 2 in this movie, and it shows. This movie is only 107 minutes. Not enough time to have all those storylines placed of this film. This video game film of Resident Evil, it is a horrible, poorly made attempt, and honestly, they could have done a lot better with this movie. So what I thought about Robbie Amid as Chris Redfield and Hannah John came in as Jill Valentine. Well, Chris Redfield in this film, he's underused because while there is a plot line in the film about orphanage him and Claire was in, it really goes nowhere. They introduced it in the beginning, then it's dropped after that. And as far as Jill Valentine in this film is concerned, well, she's basically useless. The Jill Valentine in Resident Evil Apocalypse at least had a little bit more to do. Not much, but it certainly was a lot more in this film. And the clearly disrespecting of the characters and trying to cram in Resident Evil 1 and 2 was a huge mistake. The marketing on this movie was horrible. The trailer dropped like a month before the film came out. So that's how I really know this film was going to be atrocious. Now, quite frankly, if they would have made this film longer, introduce these characters as being more compelling and interesting and better acting, and of course throw in some Resident Evil enemies as well, then this film would have been real good. I mean, Will Bergen's in this movie, but he doesn't have anything to do. Neil McDonough is wasted in this film, and it's just a shame because he's a great actor. Once again, if you're a fan of Resident Evil, stay far away from this hot garbage. I'm giving this film a 3 out of 10. Yup, clearly one of the worst films I've seen this year. You know, I grew up playing the video games, so I know a lot about the lore of Resident Evil. But when it comes to this film, I'd rather watch something far more entertaining, maybe the animated Resident Evil films than this. Another thing I wanted to add, where's Barry Burton? Barry Burton was in the original Resident Evil game, but he's nowhere to be found in this film. And at least the trailer was wasted as well. One thing I will say that I enjoy about this film at least is that the visuals, because you had the Raccoon Police Department and you also had the mansion, it's like real straight from the video game and a few more locations. That's the only thing I can say visually about this film. This is a huge waste of time. Resident Evil should have been rebooted, yeah, but it should have been treated a lot more respect than this. And that's my review of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this film if you have seen it. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.